Bezat Hashem, we're continuing from yesterday, the Bet Midrash HaKadosh, David Chai, B'siyata Deshmaya, in Halachot Netilat Yadayim. I heard from Rabbi Zafrani once, one of the biggest detailed halachot of Netilat Yadayim, by the way. Came out from all the Torah Kula, that has like, you'll see that there's so many simanim, so much discussion about how to wash your hands properly, and where the requirements are, where not. Okay, this is what actually a topic we delved into. So if it took us a month or two to discuss about mincha and Arabic, this is going to take us a little bit while. Please bear with me, bear in mind, little by little. We're going to try to cover every detail. So we started yesterday. The main aspect, when we're going to see the word netilah in the Shulchan Aruch, I want to point out yesterday, but I'm going to, since future people join in, we should understand when it says netilah, it really means washing your hands with a cup with a bracha. So anytime, but otherwise, as we said yesterday, that for hygienic purposes, and Baruch Hashem, the Jewish nation lived, we were the pioneers, the introducers for the whole world how to stay healthy. One of those is wash your hands constantly before you do anything. From the bathroom, after the bathroom, even before the bathroom, you should wash your hands from the dirt. Chas v'shalom, there's now they found out that a little bit dirt goes in there, could hurt a person. So Baruch Hashem, the Torah is very much caring for us. Tonight is the 6th already. Monday night is the 6th of the month of Shvat. We are going to use the 3rd day of the week of Parashat Shabbat Beshalach Bezat Hashem B'siyata Deshmaya. Okay, we are in Sif Katan Vav. V'yivarech al netilat yadayim. So the question is like this: you washed your hands. Shulchan Aruch says you're going to make a bracha netilat yadayim on only bread which requires hamotzi, right? Okay, we're here on page Mem Vav. I don't know where you at. Mem Vav, Sif Katan Vav.
Oh, Mem Vav.
Mem Vav in Mishnah Berurah Ish Matzliach. Okay. Okay. Everybody there? Two more pages. That's it, right there. Mem Vav, you're there almost. Habibi, where are you?
It's like Siman Aleph, not Siman Bet, Kuf Nun Bet, no?
Oh. No. Kuf? What are you holding? You're not holding Tiferet Bet and Tiferet?
Yeah, but...
Chelek Bet should have Kuf Nun Het.
Kuf Nun?
Het. What do you have there?
No.
What, Tiferet has a different print?
Yeah.
So Gimel then, you're right.
Not Gimel, so Aleph maybe.
No, what's the Siman starting the it cannot be. I think Tiferet has more than 6 cholakim, I'm not sure. Okay. So used together. Okay, I apologize, gentlemen. Hopefully we'll take care of it.
Technical difficulties.
So we said like this. With the V'varech netilat yadayim. So for bread, which is we just discussed yesterday, five types of breads only, from 5 forms of flour, which is we said wheat, which again whole wheat and wheat is the same thing. So it's wheat, it's rye, it's oat, it's barley, and it's spelt. Those are the only 5 that you are allowed to make hamotzi lechem in haaretz. The rest is or shakol or mizanot. Most probably, if it's rice, corn, it's mizanot. I mean shakol, mizanot, rice is mizanot. So corn will be shakol, almonds will be shakol. Today it's flours of everything. Okay? Right. So all those things, whichever is changing its form, it's shakol. Corn, since what's his name? Maybe even corn to him adama, because in reality, the Chachamim Paskin in our generation will look into it. Why corn, even though it's changed, you don't recognize the corn. But since corn is used in that manner that we should be making, so let's say in Mexico, maybe corn bread they will make, but they will make on it adama, on corn bread. Even though, because it's a standard.
Potato starch you make
shakol.
Shakol.
Yes.
So
because the potato starch, I guess it's there's a lot of production. It's I think it's dried, then it's grinded, and it changes the whole thing. What's going on here? I don't see this. I got a new phone today. So it's making different. I don't know how to control it yet. We'll get into it.
Okay. Oats is one of the 5. Or no?
Oh yeah, oats.
So what about granola bar oats? What do you?
Okay, so now very good question, Rabbi Liori asking. What if I want to eat wheat? We'll see that on Pesach there was a thing to fry wheat. I know none of you heard about it because today we're going crazy. Don't touch wheat. Don't be scared. No, if you know how to do chalita, they do frying of the wheat and they would eat wheat on Pesach. Yes.
Just dry or they add something, sugar?
No, whatever you want, sugar, whatever you want. Wheat. Wheat turn chametz only if it touches water. But if it doesn't touch water, you're frying it, chalas. So they have wheat puffs. They have all sorts of different things that they make out of wheat. Like you're asking, what about granola bar, oat bars, right? It's adama. The bracha is adama. Anytime you eat wheat, just like this in its original form, it's adama. It's borei pri adama. It's a fruit produce of ground.
Because it's freeze dried.
Not because it's freeze dried, fresh. You take it from the ground. You took it, just collected it, and you're eating it. It's adama.
But the bars.
So bars also adama. It's a real thing. It's fried also adama. If it's in its original state, it's adama. The only time that happens is when you grind it, it's no longer in its original state. Now, what bracha do you make on flour with fish? On flour, you fry with fish. It's shakol, and there's no question of mizonot.
Because the ikar is the fish.
Because the flour is fried, the flour itself is a shakol. If you want to eat flour, for some reason, you just want to eat flour, just like that. It's shakol. It's not a hamotzi. It's not mizonot.
Just because it's ground?
Yes, because it's not wheat anymore. You're just eating it. So there's a lot of big discussions, right? The flour. No, what happens is the breadcrumbs that's grinded, and then they make it fish. That's a question, or potato or chicken cutlets. It's a very common, right? They make chicken cutlets with breadcrumbs. You know, they sell you breadcrumbs over there. Chicken cutlet, yeah, chicken cutlets. So over there are many rabbanim paskin it's shakol, but there are many mitzadedim to say it's mizonot because of the breadcrumbs. Because if you took bread and you grinded it, real bread, and you make, or let's say people make today, what do they call croutons? Croutons. And they cut it into small pieces, and then they roast it again, and it becomes dry crackers. That's mizonot because you took the bread and you changed its form. And it's smaller than kazait. If it's more than kazait and you make the cracker out of it, it's hamotze. Let's say you took a pita, half a pita, and you made what's his name? That's why on Shabbat we intentionally.
But the small pita chips are mizonot.
Good, because it's if it's intentionally, if you made it intentionally, right? But again, if you did intentionally additional item, if you just took a small pieces of pita, it's not mizonot. You have to do something to it that causes it to be mizonot, like grilling or frying or whatever it is after you cut it into small pieces. Many restaurants over here, they serve you pita with garlic pita.
If I take a pita and chop it up into small pieces, off topic a little bit.
No, yeah.
Small pieces, put it in the toaster.
Yes.
It becomes
and
like crackers.
It's like mezonot. Yes, mezonot. If you did it and mamash, it became like a cracker. It has to become like a cracker, or you fried it. Now there are some opinions that actually say if you dip it into Coca-Cola, it also becomes mizonot. A whole big piece.
Because it becomes sweet.
Because it changes the tzura. Once it changes the tzura, it's no longer called regular bread. Whatever it is. Okay, but just a side note. Let's continue here. Again, so if you wash your hands properly, so Chafetz Chaim explaining. It's not a bracha where you say Baruch Atah Amonai Elokeinu Melech Haolam Al Netilat Yadayim. There's no such a bracha. So when Chafetz Chaim wants you to make so, maybe there is an opinion that doesn't hold like that. I don't know why Chafetz Chaim put it in here, but he's telling you, stressing, it has to be a full blessing, Asher Kiddishanu, that you have commanded us, commanded us to keep your ordinance, Al Netilat Yadayim. It's mamash, again, the bracha is made by whom, by the way? Who instituted bracha Al Netilat Yadayim? Rabbanan. It's not the Oraita. But why is it Asher Kiddishanu? Again, there are 7 mitzvot the Rabbanan ke'en do'iraita. Like Chanukah Lech, Megillat Esther, you read, it's all the Rabbanan, but you say Asher Kiddishanu, right? All those elements. So same too, on the Netilat Yadayim, they made Asher Kiddishanu. V'shayach lomar v'tzevanu abdehu midivrei sofrim. So Chafetz Chaim says, even though this bracha is what? It's instituted by Rabbanan. So why you make Asher Kiddishanu? Why are you saying that you have commanded us, that you sanctified us, Hashem? Why? Because it says openly in the Torah. It says clearly in the Torah, you're not allowed to go from left or right from the rabbi, wherever the rabbi commands you. In another place it says, according to the laws, according to the Torah, it says, Rabbi has given you Torah, he's teaching you Torah, so whatever Torah he's implementing into you at that moment, that's what you are supposed to do. Lo tasur. Over there it says completely clearly, you're not allowed to weave to right or to the left from the rabbi's words. Zain lachmaniyot. So now, what's happening here is like this. Kagon lachmaniyot. So what about if you're eating cakes? Or there's a big machloket. Rav Ovadia actually does not allow it. A lot of people, it's good I have to say it right now, a lot of people make mistake. We're Sephardim influenced by Ashkenazim. They go to Ashkenazi Seudah Shlishit in shuls by Ashkenazim, and they eat their lachmaniyot, they eat their buns, egg buns, or sweet buns. They're not water. They're egg, and they're mamish with sugar, with apple juice. And there's Ashkenazim have a shita. Maybe Rama will say to us later that if you're making seudah, you could be kovea seudah on that, and you will say hamotzi on a bun that's 100% mizonot. Rav Ovadia was very much screaming against it. He was very much against all those Sephardim that go to Ashkenazi shuls and eat mizonot bulkalach buns and say hamotzi because they're making seudah on it. It doesn't work by us. Here you see Shulchan Aruch tells you clearly that if you're planning to eat this lachmaniyot, pirush, sturti blaz, so anything that's like a cake, dakot or pata ba'a mekisnin, or anything that's like we use that we say mizonot on it, eno kovea seudah alehem, and you're not making a meal out of it, and that's maybe machlokes. If you notice, look at Shulchan Aruch, everybody, look at that. Very strange language. In the third line in Shulchan Aruch, in this Siman, ve'eno kovea seudata alehem, and you're not making a meal, you're not making a seudah. Listen to this. And the Mishnah Berurah actually picks up, and that's where the Ashkenazim are going. They're going all the way out. Listen to this. Before we go to that, let's go to Lechamenyot, okay? Mishnah Berurah, back in Mishnah Berurah Zayin. We will learn later on in the chapter 168. Ayan Sham become mashma landaf elu mechamesh minim hem kevan shelo kava seudah alehem en tzarich netilah. So all other, if you're using flour for any other, let's say spelt cake, all those kind of cakes, which you're not making a meal out of it, there you don't make netilat yadayim with bracha. וכל שכן על פת עשוי משאר דברים שאינן מחמשת המינים שאינם צריכים להיות נטילת לעולם. So all other breads today, we have corn bread, we have all different types of breads, almond bread. Huh?
Sourdough.
No, sourdough is hamotzi. Or use a wheat. No, all other flours that they make.
Even if you make sourdough out of oat or spelt, it's still bread.
Yeah. Okay, but not whole wheat. We said yesterday. A lot of people make a mistake.
Whole wheat also.
Whole wheat, you're not allowed to eat whole wheat. Finished. Okay. So now, what happens if you're kovea? Listen to what Shulchan Aruch said. If it's pad bakisnin, or it's lachmaniyot, there's bulkalach, egg bulkalach, right? It's mizonot. But Shulchan Aruch said something very strange. He added the letter vav. And now the Mishnah Berurah picked up on that. Listen to the Mishnah Berurah, Siv Katan Chet on the bottom. Ve'eno kovea. You're not setting a meal out of this, what you're eating. Avalim kavea seudah. But if you're making seudah out of this cake, what's the bracha for matzah after Pesach and before Pesach? Mizanot, it's cracker. Ashkenazi says no. If you make a sandwich, somebody makes a pastrami sandwich out of matzah, according to Ashkenazi, he would have to netilat yadayim, al netilat yadayim, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, and birkat hamazon. Okay? Sephardi doesn't work. Sephardi, we said cannot. But 1 second. What did Shulchan Aruch say to us? Shulchan Aruch is telling you, ve'eno kovea seudah. When he says the word ve'eno, meaning that vav now changes the whole world. And Mishnah Berurah is speaking about that. That's what Ashkenazim are coming up and saying, wait a minute. Here, Shulchan Aruch says, as long as you're not planning to make a meal out of it. And says Mishnah Berurah, avalim kaveh seudah alehem. But if you're making your meal right now, matzah, 2 pieces of matzah, more than 60 grams. You took two, what's his name? Manishevet matzah. You know Manishevet matzah? It's 30 grams each, right? So you take 2, you have mamash kabeya. You have 60 grams of wheat in there. So you made a sandwich for yourself, pastrami sandwich, and you're going to be eating it all. According to Sephardim, it's mizonot. There's not, you don't have to be bench if it's not more than 180 grams of cake, right? Or cracker. But according to Sephardim, Ashkenazi, it doesn't matter. Even if it's 30 grams. If you took matzah and you split it in half, and you made yourself a pastrami sandwich, 30 grams of bread, that's what Shulchan Aruch was saying.
They're saying that their whole argument is that hamotzi cannot be one part of the year it's hamotzi, another part of the year.
No, that's not the argument. That is.
That's what
I think I heard that from somebody, but it's not because Gemara is not. No, it's not. It's not Ashkenazim. There are some people from left corner. They're coming up with that idea. It's not halacha. It's not brought down anyway because of that. Because Shulchan Aruch, Gemara it says it specifically over there. And okay, and Shulchan Aruch I think also says it later. We'll see in Hot Pesach that because there's no other bread, this is bread, right? Because there's no bread. But now that I have bread, this is not bread. Matzah is not bread during the year. Right now, on Pesach, it's bread. So you make hamotzi. Because it changes the name. This is hamotzi, because of the name.
It becomes kovea suda.
Not kovea suda. On Pesach, if you're going to eat a crumb of matzah, you have to make hamotzi. Just like a regular bread. Because this is bread. Now it's bread. Now it's bread. You have no other bread.
Unless I dip it in Coke.
What?
Unless I dip it in Coca-Cola.
Again, if you dip it in Coca-Cola on Pesach, maybe it's also mizonot. Yeah, because you change the status of it.
So what about chocolate matzah?
What?
They sell chocolate matzah, like covered chocolate.
Chocolate covered matzah.
Is that hamotzi?
Why would that be true? How much? On Pesach?
Yeah.
No, on Pesach, chocolate covered matzah, unless it's bread, mamash, only the 3 ingredients. Usually they put it's a juice matzah. It's a sweet matzah. It's called matzah asherah. That's mizonot without a doubt.
Even egg matzah.
הסוג אתה לא קובע, אז
What?
בפסח אתה לא קובע, נכון?
What do you mean you don't cover? We don't need to be covered to say hamotzi. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
In Passover, right?
Oh, that's right. You don't have to.
You don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
So when it's chocolate covered, it's the same.
Right. Okay. No. But again, no. What I'm saying, even if it's chocolate covered, what's the difference? It's Pesach. If you okay, let me ask you a question. Habibi, you took matzah, you took bread. Right now, take a bread and cover it all with chocolate and dip it in chocolate. You change it bracha? Maybe he's right. Maybe because when you dip it into chocolate, what?
But how would you say on bread?
No, baby, it's changing. No, if it's less, the only time that it changes the bracha if it's less than kazayit. You slice the bread into small pieces and they dipped it in chocolate. Lechoira, you would say mizonot now.
It's a big bread.
When it's more than 30 grams, yeah, it stays hamotzi, no matter what you do with
If you made a
it.
meal with it with your coffee, then...
What?
But if you made a meal with it with your coffee, like let's say you have chocolate matzah,
No, but Sephardim, we don't hold this
you
concept.
don't hold it.
We don't hold the concept of such a thing. You can change the status by making it. Yeah, we don't hold it.
Probably sweet inside also.
Yeah.
The matzah.
Okay, but let's see. Let's finish the Berurah, and we have to maybe let's see what each
Rabbi,
Matzliach.
egg matzah is also mezonot.
We'll see what each Matzliach says about it. We'll say something about it. Let's see. Let's start again. Chet, Siv Katan Chet. Aval im kava seuda alehem. But if you're making a meal out of your cake and mamash, you have intention to make it as your meal. This is your meal.
We're already learning for Pesach.
Tzarich, no, we'll throw in a few things here, there, don't worry. We'll make it not boring here, gentlemen. Tzarich netila ubracha kemo alapat. And what do you see over there, Rabbi Zohar? What do you see over there? Right away, Shmatzliach is lighting up fire, lighting up antennas. Where's Rabbi Abraham? Rabbi Abraham, okay. Who's reading? Zohar, read Ishmatzliach. Number 1.
Very hard for me to see. רצונו לומר בברכת על נטילת ידיים.
So again, Shulchan Mishnah Berurah is specifically telling you, you must go wash your hands, make it netilat yadayim and hamotzi lechem min haaretz and birkat hamazon. Listen to what he says, Mishmatzliach. Katav kaf hachaim.
וכתב חכה
כף החיים.
שכן המנהג ולכן לה אמרינה ספק ברכות להקל אף דאש חולקים.
Wow, Ishmatzliach is taking a stand against all the Sfaradim. He's telling you, and he's bringing you kaf hachaim. He's not bringing you Ben Ishchai over there. He says like this, that the kaf hachaim also agree with this shita to make hamotzi, an netilat yadayim, hamotzi, birkat hamazon. So many brachot over there, right? We don't agree with it. With all due respect to the Rosh Yeshiva, we don't agree with him because we don't hold like that. Why doesn't hold with Ben Ishchai? All the poskim. He's telling you, kaf hachaim says yes, but we don't say let's not do safek brachot levakel over here. What do you mean?
On what? On what?
What do you mean? Safek bracha, netilat yadayim, hamotzi, birkat hamazon. It's all safek bracha levatara. If poskim,
what are we talking about? Eating what?
He took a matzah during the year, 30 grams and up, and he made a meal out of it, a sandwich. Says Ish Matzliach, I agree with Chafetz Chaim, and he's going to bring you Kaf Chaim, who says the same thing. And then he says, even though there are other rabbis who argue, we don't say it's a bracha lebatala. Sofek bracha lebatala. Newsflash, gentlemen, we don't. No, I'm sorry. No, we do. We're Sephardim, today's generation. We say to everybody, whenever there's a machloket, and they talk about not small poskim. I told you Rav Ovadia, one of the big poskim says, no way. You don't make Suda, and then just because you make 30 grams of matzah and you're going to eat it with pastrami, now you made hamotzi. What are you talking about?
Unless you're going to eat.
You must eat 180 grams of plus.
180.
Plus 180 grams of mizonot. Whatever bracha lechatchila is 180 mizonot. Yeah, that's right. If you are kovea, unless gentlemen, unless that's what Ish Matzliach means. Unless, but he had to say it. Literally, he has to say it. The Kaf Chaim has to say it. Because Sephardim, we hold 180 grams or more. That's Kaveh Suda. But just because you're going to eat 30 grams of matzah with pastrami and all the gravy and all the zazach, it doesn't make it. Even though you are satisfied like a meal, you're going to say, but Rabbi, I'm satisfied. So what? Just because you're satisfied does not make us now change the laws of a meal. We have laws of a meal. What is the laws of a meal? It has to be, to say hamotzi, it has to be bread. Or if it's mizonot, it has to be 180 plus grams. Okay, that's already the minimum. There's some say 230 grams. I'm just telling you minimum. Okay?
But 1.5, even if you're eating egg challah, if you're going to eat 1.5 rolls, it's already 180 grams.
I don't know where you're coming from. Show me.
3.5 rows of challah.
No.
Egg challah roll? Egg halli roll? Halli roll is like maybe 50 grams. What are you talking about?
50 grams for one?
Yeah. Recently I discovered that bagel is about 110 grams.
A bagel.
Recently I discovered. I thought it was much lighter than that. I was always this great. That's why I'm fat. By the way, don't count on me. I'm the biggest the fat of just because of that. I'm always in Safek. Baruch Hashem, I stopped eating cake. Baruch Hashem, I don't desire for it anymore. But it used to be like that. I used to eat a cake, munch a cake. It looks too small. I mean, other one. Oh, now for sure it's mizonot. I couldn't. Now it's for sure la michya. You know what? Without any questions. Shem merachem alai. Okay, let's continue. וגם המוציא וברכת המזון צריך על אלו אם קבע סעודה עליהם. Here, continues Mishnah Berurah, if you said, מרס מי לא בדיוק, המוציא ברכת המזון, the whole זך. ודריקמן בסימן קס"ח סעיף ח'. Oh, later on we'll learn, we'll be more detail in this halacha. There's not to do with what we're doing right now, but it's just a little bit to give you a little bit cholant kaka, what is it called? Purpuri kaka? How you translate? No, cholant translated in English. Purpuri, something like that, no?
Heartburn.
Huh? No, there's a translation. Porphyry, I think it's called porphyry.
Mishmash. No?
Yeah, the mishmash. We're throwing in everything here just to get us. Listen, gentlemen, I'm threatening you for the next 50, who knows, the next 3-4 months we're going to be dealing with this issue. So I'm throwing this inside. Hopefully, make it more exciting a little bit. Okay.
Where are we?
Sure. We're on right now in the ending second line in Chafetz Chaim Mishnah Berurah. ושיעור קביעת סעודה גם כן יתבאר שם בעזרת השם יתברך. So here Mishnah Berurah is telling us we'll go to 168 Siman. There we'll discuss details of what is considered to be and what amount are you making Suda or not. Maybe I'm just talking out of my mouth. Maybe over there they'll tell us also the same number, 180, but I didn't see it. I never saw Ashkenazim makpidim on the shiur. They see a bulkala, which is about 40-50 grams, little chachkabul, you know those by Suda Shlishit, they buy 200-300, there's like a whole bunch of people coming in. Little bulkala,
They give you 1.5 slices, Mr. Nod.
Yeah, okay. ואם כשהתחיל לאכול, לא היה בדתו לאכול רק מעט. Oh, what happens, says Mishnah Berurah, if your plan was not to eat so much, you want to eat a little bit. ואחר כך נמלח לאכול עוד כשיעור קביעות, and later on, so I had an intention to eat one bagel. What do we say? A bagel is roughly 110. And which bagel? The bagel, mezonot bagel. There is mezonot bagel. What is it? Bagels with craisins, bagels with eggs made out of eggs, bagels made out of apple juice. There's a lot of mezonot bagels, real mezonot, not what people talk outside. Real, not bagel is hamotzi me'achuz, without a doubt. But if it has elements that make it mezonot, it's a different story. So now, I had intention to eat one bagel. You know, it was so delicious, I didn't feel it. And Baruch Hashem, I don't know, I was starving yesterday, now I'm going to eat a second bagel. But you didn't make hamotzi, you said mezonot on it. Says Mishnah Berurah, and you ate a second bagel and became, now you were in what? Without a doubt, over 220 grams. That's without a doubt. It's Birkat Hamazon. You have to make, if you take a cake and you ate a lot of cake, has to be flour portion, not today, technically speaking, after a little slice of cake, sometimes you're going to make Birkat Hamazon according to Ashkenazim could be. Why? Because they have a lot of like heavy fruits and balagan. If you take everything together, it's over 240 grams. Just a little slice.
Oh, by Yassi, the filling doesn't count.
Yeah, so by Sfaradim, it doesn't count as Ashkenazim it does. Yeah.
Burekas.
So tzarich netilat yadayim u'birkat hamotzi. Says Mishnah Berurah, you're in the middle of a meal and you decided to eat a second bagel. Says Mishnah Berurah, you stop what you're doing, go wash your hands, make netilat yadayim, and make hamotzi after. You decided to eat the second bagel before you eating. As we will learn later on when we'll get to this topic in Siman 168. However, Ish Matzliach has a comment on that. Number 2, B'chavod Rabbi, who's reading? Gabriel, number 2, Ish Matzliach? No? Okay, Zohar, B'chavod. No, Yonan Avadja, number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah, but read loud please, because the video.
ודעת הקרחיים, דעת
דעה בקהי גמנה אינו חוזר לברך המוצי. So Kaf says no, and that's Sfaradim. We don't say this in Yan. We don't jump in the middle of eating and say, oh, wait a minute, now that you decided to eat 200, more than 200 grams, go wash your hands. No such a thing. You're in the middle of a meal, finish your meal. Ve'im berech.
berach al ha'at bore minei mezonot yatsa.
Yeah, even more than that, says Kaf. You said you took a sourdough bread, salt, water, and flour. It's 100% hamotzi, wheat, and you made mezonot on it. What do you have to do? Go wash your hands again until the time No, yatsa. You made mezonot, you eat, continue eating, because the halacha is if you made mezonot on orange juice, do you make a new bracha? No. Mezonot, anything that saturates you. So does the bread saturate you? For sure. Bore mine mezonot. What mezonot means? Whatever situates you. If you make mezonot on seltzer, Rabbi Lior, are you yotze? If you made mezonot on seltzer, are you yotze? No. Water is not. So anything but water. Grape juice, wine. Wine is not a problem at all.
You said mezonot and it's grapes.
It doesn't matter. You could make mezonot on everything.
You shouldn't fix the bracha. You remembered. You shouldn't fix the bracha. Right
If
away.
you made a mistake and you know the bracha, it come out, okay, so fix it. But even that we have to discuss. Not so pashut according to halacha. Not so pashut. But over here it says like this clearly. No, but according to Chafetz Chaim, you ate one bagel. You want to eat a second bagel? Go wash your hands until the time hamotzi. Says Chafetz Chaim, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't agree. You eating a cake and you're planning to eat the second cake. You're planning to eat the second bagel. If it's mezonot bagel, I'm talking about specifically, people shouldn't make a mistake over there. It's a mezonot bagel, mamash, without a doubt. Now you want to eat the second day bagel, you're going to be over 220 grams. You don't go wash your hands, you don't make a motzi, but you do say Birkat Hamazon.
But it's not.
What?
It's supposed to be 230, so we ate 220.
200, whatever. 180 is already.
So it's not.
We get into that. 230, so 230, whatever it is. You get into that around. 230 to be your. So again, if you're 220.
Two bagels.
No, 1 second. If you were 220, now he's asking a good question. I'm at 220. I know for sure I ate 220. Should I say Birkat Hamazon or not? You are in big trouble. Because I just told you there are poskim that say 180 is enough.
So you gotta eat a third bagel.
You have to eat another 10 grams, yeah. Yeah. Because again, if you don't say Birkat Hamazon, it's not a good thing also. You're supposed to thank Hashem for what you have. If we don't say Birkat Hamazon, you have a chance of losing the blessing. And that's something that people don't like to do. So again, you will gain weight a little bit by like me, but what are you going to do? ועיין עוד במה שכתבנו בהערות שבסוף הספר. Gentlemen, we're going to end over here. Bezat Hashem, we'll continue. Tomorrow we'll start the new halacha number 2. Bezat Hashem, with your presence, we will greatly appreciate you being here today. And hopefully tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us. Okay, Rabbi Yaakov. Who is this people calling me all the time? Oh, my wife. Okay, Rabbi Yaakov. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you for joining us.
Rabino, muchas gracias.
The what?
Rabino, muchas gracias.